Well, we've got a plethora of trailers and TV spots from the big game to discuss. Do I really have to call it the big game? Is the NFL that touchy? Does anybody know? Well, let's start off with the Civil War spot. It begins with a chorus of people chanting, "United we stand, divided we fall." I can't help but wonder what that's all about. We've still yet to see the actual villains of this film in the trailers. Marvel seems to be really building up this film as hero versus hero. And I guess it's working, but I'd really like to see a little Crossbones in there. Maybe a little Baron Zemo, I don't know. You gotta love the Black Widow's expression throughout the trailer. She's like, "What am I doing here? What the heck is going on with these guys?" I love it. Now apparently Bucky tries to kill Tony, so obviously Tony has no love lost for Bucky. Makes it a bit more understandable that Tony feels betrayed by Cap standing by Bucky. It's still not clear why Bucky was gunning for Tony since he's out from under Pierce's thumb. The biggest cool factor is seeing the lineup of Cap, Bucky, Falcon, Hawkeye, Ant-Man, and the Scarlet Witch standing off against Iron Man, War Machine, Black Panther, Black Widow, and the Vision. It's interesting to speculate why certain members are on their given teams. I would have expected Widow on Cap's team. They've played up her friendship with Cap and adversity with Tony. Also strange seeing Scarlet Witch on opposite sides from Vision. Traditionally they become an item, so it's interesting to see them fighting against each other. Maybe this is what brings them together. Stranger things could happen. I have a tough time seeing Vision on either side, to be honest. He comes off as a bit of a prig. At least as he was represented in Age of Ultron. Kind of had his nose in the air regarding humanity. Wouldn't taking sides be above him? We'll see. As you may have noticed, there are more members on Cap's team than Iron Man's team. I wonder why that is. Who could possibly take that 6th spot on the team? It'll come to me, just give me a sec, let me think about this good and hard. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Just when I thought it couldn't get any better. Krang confirmed. We only got a little glimpse, but man, this is shaping up to be really good. The robot body, looks okay. I can get behind it. Personally, I'd have liked it a little more goofy looking like the original. They could really make it up to me by using Krang's voice from the original cartoon, though. That would be awesome. They really haven't shown much of the Shredder, and I get that since we've already gotten a ton of Shredder in the movies. He's like the Turtles' Lex Luthor, you know? The go-to villain of the Turtles. But I'd like a little confirmation that they're doing right by him in this movie. I really like the music they've been using in these trailers. This time it's No Sleep Till Brooklyn by the Beastie Boys. I'm really looking forward to this one. Now we move on to X-Men Apocalypse. Not a whole lot new here. We've got the growing Apocalypse shot again, which I guess is going to be in Charles' mind. Unless he's on the juice again from Days of Future Past, because it appears that he can walk in that scene. We can see a little bit of the X-Men in action. There's the literally blink and you'll miss it scene of Angel versus Nightcrawler in a steel cage. It kind of worries me that they might change Kurt's origin from circus performer to sideshow freak who fights for money, but we'll have to wait and see. We finally see Mystique in her natural form. Everybody and their brother has been complaining that we haven't seen her blue yet, and it's a legitimate complaint. She's supposed to be mutant and proud, so what's with the disguise? Maybe it's not a disguise and she lost her powers. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Apocalypse has her in his grip, and I have to say, I usually hate that you can tell an actor clutching another actor by the throat is not supporting their weight. You can tell the victim is standing on apple boxes or something. But I was impressed by the way this looks. Both actors really sell it. Of course, the showstopper is Olivia Munn as Psylocke. Yeah, she looks great in that comic-accurate costume. I guess if anybody deserved a comic-accurate costume in a Fox X-Men movie, it's Psylocke. So Fox seemingly getting their act together after last year's Fan-4-Stick debacle. And now, Batman v Superman, the final trailer. I've tried to remain cautiously optimistic about this film. I've made no bones about my dislike of Man of Steel. Between the doom and gloom atmosphere they seem determined to surround Superman with, and the rumors of Batman returning to the Killer Keaton version of the character from the 90s Batflicks, it's easy to be down on it. But this trailer is really good. Amazingly so. It starts out with this jaw-dropping action scene of Batman taking out a room of thugs. I don't think I'm going too far in saying this is the first time we've seen Batman in action on film as he was meant to be seen. Now, this is a very Batman-heavy trailer, but there are some good scenes for Cavill. I like the subtle tie loosening here, hopefully leading to an old-school shirt rip. Is that Lois in a bathtub? You know, for a minute there I was worried they were not putting Amy Adams to good use in this film, but apparently not so. But seriously, I'm not really a big fan of the Lois and Clark relationship. I'm more fond of Lois being in love with Superman while not knowing of his Clark Kent secret identity. Wonder Woman talks, yes, she finally speaks. And it's a great line too, dripping with history. You can tell they finally intend for this to be a universe, and that's the exciting thing. All the DC characters exist in this universe. It's not like the Nolan films where Batman is the only hero in his universe and there's no Robins, no Batgirl. This is a whole new world of possibilities for all the classic heroes and villains to come together, and it's about time too. I like the humorous tone they seem to be striking here when they need to. It's a welcome change from the dourness of Man of Steel. The relationship between Alfred and Bruce seems pitch perfect. I'm still not sold on Batman being portrayed as quote-unquote past his prime, but I think it's a way of bringing the Batman legacy up to speed. Like he's already had Dick Grayson as his Robin, and maybe he's even up to the Tim Drake Robin at this point. Batgirl probably exists at this point as well. I only hope Commissioner Gordon is still alive. Gotta have the commish. So there you have it, a trailer cornucopia. Remember to like and subscribe if you're so inclined. And if you're looking forward to any of these films we've covered today, be sure to let me know in the comments section. This is Johnnie Torch reminding you once again, keep the flame burning brightly, and I'll be with you again real soon.